All right. Okay. I didn't realize that it already started. So, welcome to day 19 of the Daily Warrior Ritual Challenge. Welcome, warriors. Welcome. Okay. So, today, I'm going to be speaking about, I hope it doesn't fast forward before I'm ready. Okay. Um, Dang, it did. Okay. Before we go back to that, um, so today is about continue implementing and making necessary adjustments. But today I am going to be speaking about this book that I have read. Um, it's about boundaries. So today is going to be about boundaries. And I wanted to just speak about some. So the three key boundaries, I know I listed them here, but there's more to it than just that. So I could elaborate a little more on it. Um, So this is more of an elaboration on the three key boundaries or three keys to setting boundaries. Um, so setting boundaries. So the three keys of setting boundaries are setting limits on your availability, communicating your needs and wants, and respecting others' boundaries. So I'm going to tackle the first one, setting limits on your availability. So it's important to make time for rest and self care, and setting limits on your availability can help you do this. This may mean saying no to commitments that do not align with your goals or priorities. Don't beat yourself up for saying no. Don't guilt yourself, because I feel like when we don't say no and respect our own boundaries and giving other people the permission to also cross our boundaries in of itself is it's self-sabotage, and we sabotage ourselves and we allow others to sabotage us whether they're aware of it or not. So setting limits to your availability is important. um I'm sorry. I have a cat and she's playing with something. Okay. Um Next, communicating your needs and wants. The second one. It's important to be able to express your needs and wants to others in a clear and direct way. Be very clear and direct. So don't beat around the bush. Don't, you know, those are the sayings that we use when someone's not getting to the point. Get to the point. We are in the age of TikTok where it's like get to the point or next. So get to the point. People want to hear what it is that if they truly care about you, just tell them what it is. Whether they like it or not, it's not necessarily about their liking it or making them feel comfortable. This is about ourselves and being aware that we need to be more um open with the people that we care about and want in our lives, and how could they be there for us if we're not even telling them? So communicating and being so here's why it's important for communicating your needs and wants. It's important to be able to express your needs and wants, again, because it's so you could be clear and direct. This also can help you feel more in control of your life and reduce feelings of overwhelm. So know your limits. Know when to say no. Know that it's okay to say no. And maybe even say maybe another time. So that's not necessarily a complete no, but it's just like not right now. And lastly, respecting others' boundaries. In order to establish healthy boundaries, it's also important to respect the boundaries of others. This means not overstepping their limits or expecting or expectations, and being willing to compromise when necessary. So that's very self explanatory. So this is essentially setting your boundaries. Basically is about being able to establish boundaries. You can help create a more balanced and fulfilling life. This is all about creating that balance that we may not be feeling right now, but when we start putting these foundational things that helps us be able to move forward with our goals, such as just setting boundaries, it's just going to be more helpful in moving forward in our lives. And so we can feel like we're not beating ourselves up, feeling guilty, you know. So, and if others are trying to force us to feel guilty, we don't have to subscribe to their manipulations. So, um in this book, this was I got this all of this from Doctors Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. So the book right here, this is Boundaries. They're on YouTube. I think you can listen to the YouTube versions of it. So you could listen to the audio versions. There's many of them. Um, there's also on Amazon. I'm pretty sure Barnes and Nobles. So basically, most of the places where you may buy books, you could most likely find this book. But I know that you could definitely find this on Amazon. That's where I got my book from. Uh, but go through this book, read it, skip to where you need it the most at the moment, read it from page to page, however it works for you. Learn about boundaries, whether it's for ourselves and or others, and stick to them because you put them there for a purpose. So we're not feeling like we just neglected ourselves and let ourselves down after we said we were going to do that this year and we didn't. And it's a year later and we're still not doing what we said we were going to do. And then it's nothing but a never ending cycle of regret, remorse, guilt, shame, and coulda, shoulda, wouldas. So set them boundaries. Um, it's going to be a little uncomfortable with certain people, most likely. But guess what? Stay strong. This ultimately, the person you have to live with is not them, it's you. Do you really want to let yourself down just because you didn't set your boundaries because of someone else's feelings? Feelings come and go, even our own. Like sometimes we got to be like, okay, I may not feel like doing it, but guess what? If I don't do that now, I'm going to wish I did it in 3 months from now. I'm going to wish that I did it a year from now. Like I'm just going to wish I did it. So start doing it today. Okay. So hopefully this helps. Um, Start setting some boundaries for yourself and or others. Well, set boundaries for yourself and let people know about your boundaries, and if they cross them, there's repercussions for crossing our boundaries. So uh stay strong. You got this. Love thyself, learn thyself, and I will speak